It looks like we're live. I had a bit of trouble getting things connected, so please let me know if my hands are moving. It looks like it might be okay. My hands are also very cold. Oh my goodness. Hi Andrea, thanks for joining us. Hey Brenda. Oh Lupin, you're a page mage. Thank you. That's so exciting. Hey Louise. You might have cold fingers too. I've got like, I've got a cup of tea. It's actually a little bit too hot to like warm my fingers on just yet. Okay, good. I'm glad the hands are moving. Hi Shima. I'm excited. I'm gonna light a candle because the vibes. This is definitely a Christmas candle, but it's like a delicious, what are you? Gingerbread cookie scent. And you just don't really want that in summer when it's actually Christmas, you know? So I've been burning it lately. Although it's a very open kind of a candle, so you gotta be careful when there are cats about. Hi Kathy! I'm so excited. So we've only got 2 weeklies to set up today, and I realized I did something a bit silly. So we are here currently, Sunday, 15th of June. I left space for 1 weekly, and then I started my memory keeping stuff a bit too early, so we're gonna have to put the 2nd weekly after this, but that's okay. It happens, right? It's fine. I quite often, once I get into the page setting up stuff, lose track of what's going on with my camera and with the stream, so please let me know if anything weird happens. Hey Steppy! Hi Ke! Thank you so much, that's so sweet. It's all practice, I swear to you. You can learn anything if you'll put enough time into it. Alright, so we don't have that much stuff that's like going into this theme. Obviously, the tape. Oh, I've taped this one up twice apparently. That's funny. This one. A washi tape of script, and this one's from the Quirky Cup Collective, and Peaches stole it off my desk earlier. It's got a couple of little teeth marks in it now, but that's okay. We can still work with it. Is that what you do, Shima? Like around the base of the candle, or do you wrap it around up here? It's it just takes a while for it to really warm up, and I get impatient sometimes. I know you're supposed to let them go all the way across. Oh, 3 a.m. Shania, whereabouts are you? That's wild. Oh, Steppy, we started at the same time. That's when I started too. Amazing. All right, we're gonna jump in here. I started setting this up when I was doing the Tom Studio project, so we are gonna be working with this pen again, which is kind of fine. Like, it's pretty chill. I actually have come to quite like it. Yeah, we'll use the short ruler today. I don't think Marie's here. It won't annoy her if she's not here. So this weekly I've actually set up recently in the mystery journal, which has gone off to its new home. And I really liked it. Like I Instagram searched and found this one. Hi Jocelyn. Around the sides. Cool. I'm gonna try that, Shima. Thank you. Yeah, I put this one in the mystery journal. I found it on Instagram. I think I saved it. If I can work out where my phone is, I can probably tell you who I stole it from. I don't know where my phone is though, so that's okay. I really liked it, so I thought it would work well here because obviously this design is tall. This is going to give us our 7 days of the week, 1, 2, 3, 4, a square where we put pretty stuff, 5, 6, 7, and a note space, or potentially another pretty, and like heaps of room to show these off down this side. So that's the plan. And I've also got these bits that I've cut off the previous ones that we can use somewhere. I don't know. I thought for our other one we'd do a horizontal weekly, but now that I'm thinking about it, is that really going to work? We'll see. We'll see how we go. We'll see when we get there. Oh, Sarah, I hope you're doing okay. Glad that you're recovering. Just gonna warm up my cold fingers for a second here, put them over my candle. So when this candle was new and the wax was still all the way at the top, Peaches jumped up on my desk and stood a little too close to it. And she's fine, she didn't burn herself or anything, but she did singe her fur just a little bit, so I'm glad it's burned down a bit. Yeah, what is it with cats and candles? Hey, I agree, Larice. Okay, we're gonna start with lines, I think. I'm hoping that I can get away with... I'm just gonna hold this really far away from the microphone in case it makes the squeaky sounds. Oh, squeaky, squeaky pen. People have been telling me if you have the TWSBI, they come with oil that will stop the squeak, but I don't have a TWSBI fountain pen. That's okay. We'll work with what we've got. Also, I can never tell if you can hear music or not, but I put on like a bardcore playlist because I figure this is a fairly fairy tale theme. So if you can hear it, I hope you like it. What's everyone up to for the weekend? I'm having a truly exciting one. I spent yesterday like deep cleaning my kitchen appliances. It was actually kind of great. Poor Peaches, I know, poor little thing. She turned around and sniffed it and was like, what is this? Ew, yucky, and she ran away. And then I smelled the burning fur and chased her down, but she was fine. Just a little singed. She's not the brightest cat. She's the sweetest. She's so lovely, but she's not very smart. And Mitsu's a genius, so it's taking us some time to learn how she operates. Mitsu, you can see him like doing the maths in his head. All right. Books and YouTube, Larice, what an excellent day. Excellent, excellent day. Yeah, honestly, it's a cool pen. But there are a lot of cool pens out there. I do really like it, and I do use it a fair bit, but it's kind of, it was intended to be my gateway into fountain pens because of how it uses fountain pen inks, but once I found out that it couldn't do shimmer, I was like, well, I'm still going to need fountain pens then, aren't I? I did just post a video about this pen in case anyone's interested in what the heck it is and how it works. I used only this pen for an entire month to see if it really could. They claim it can replace all of your other pens. And it can. Whoops. But it also, it's a little bit fiddly sometimes, depending on how you like to use your pens. If you don't use them like I do, you'll be fine. This is such an interesting weekly. Sometimes I feel like I've tried all the weeklies and then I find out that I really haven't tried all the weeklies. Cat burned her bum once and didn't even realize it and then presented it to you. Oh, Yvonne. Lady Tanuvial swatching your inks. How exciting. That sounds fun. Putting away your sweaters. I just did that yesterday, Jocelyn, but in reverse. I got all of my sweaters out. It was great. Oop. Cold, cold fingers. So, I don't know how much your circles of TikTok overlap with my circles of TikTok if you're someone who goes on TikTok. But I get served a lot of content about how cold it is in Australia, particularly in Queensland right now, because our houses just aren't built for this weather. I don't know that they're really built for summer either. Our houses just aren't built very well. And so it gets colder inside than it is outside typically. And I woke up this morning to the most delicious, it was like 8 degrees Celsius, I think. Oh, it was delightful. But then, yeah, you go to use your hands and they don't work because we don't have like heating built in. My house isn't insulated. Like it's cold in here. It's also 125-ish years old. So made of holes to start with. I love the cold, Larice. How are you finding it? I live for these 2 weeks of winter that we get every year. But I'm going on a little family adventure soon. Chris's sister is getting married in July in the Southern Highlands in New South Wales. So it's going to be really cold. And I am pumped. I can't wait to be like, I get to wear a coat. What do you mean? All right, we're gonna do, so what I thought we'd do, we've got room for like 2 window situations over here, right? Maybe oh, I love that one, that's so pretty. But maybe shorter ones would be the go. So we do like, if we trim off these Corinthian columns up here. Less obsessed with that one, it's a bit of a funky shape, but maybe that one. I'm at a point now where I'm like, you've only got 2 spreads left to set this up. So use the ones that you like the most. This tape is so distinctive, I feel like it would be tricky to use it in another theme and have it look different, you know? And then this one. No? Looking for ones that I can shorten. They'd overlap. It might have to be the... Oh, we could do the butterfly. I like the butterfly better. Isn't that funny? I'm just going to trim his bits. Make it just the inside part. I love how my legacy is butterfly hater. I swear I have nothing against actual butterflies. I think they're so pretty. I just think people use them as a crutch when they're designing stationery. There are other things that you could make. Which is funny, because I definitely have friends who love a bit of butterfly stationery and are like, Erin, shut up. Fair enough. I certainly don't complain about like script washi tapes, do I? And you can get all sorts of them. Hey Sims! Alright, this is gonna be cute though. Someone was like, somebody commented recently that they never thought they'd see me become a lover of butterflies, and I was like, hey, I swear to you, I am not that. I'm just giving in to their omniscience. Okay. A little something. I mean, there's butterflies on all of these, they're inescapable, but the tape is so shiny. Like, it's so pretty, so you gotta pick your battles, right? I think we're gonna go that way. So, here's what I'm thinking. Wall of tape, maybe like a solid strip, and then we'll rip one so it fits the space. I love that dairy. Dragonflies forever. If you don't have central heating, how do you warm your home? You don't. You put on a jumper. You stay in your pajamas and sit under a blanket. That's all I got for you. Like, we have a reverse cycle air conditioner in our living room that can be a heater, but we don't use it in winter. We just get under a blanket. Why are we like this? I don't know. Stubborn Australians. Oh, fireflies would be cute. Yeah, that would be really cute. Ooh, there's interesting things going on in the chat. It won't let me scroll up. Why won't it let me scroll up? Is there a big industry for retrofitting insulation? Probably. I think maybe newer builds have more of it. My house is one of the old ones. I forgot which order I was going to do these in. That one's got less visual weight, so I feel like the heavier one needs to go at the bottom. Yeah, we'll do a little strip down here and we'll rip it. like 28 days. Everybody rip it up. Aussie music reference. Yay. Okay, this is gonna be cute. I think this is gonna work out really nicely. I love this tape so much. This one's from Paper Monogatari, but you can get a similar one at Journal Say. The tricky part is keeping the rip where you want it. Actually not proving too tricky today. We've got a little bit of overlap with some of the boxes, but I'm alright with that. I'm just gonna stick this to my desk mat up here so I don't forget that I have it. We'll probably use it on the next one. Oof. Yeah, I wonder if there are fireflies out there. That would be really cute. All right. I think this will probably, we'll do something with this in here, maybe with some of our little bits, like something, something. So let's get these situated. Come on, cold fingers. Cute. I just love how bold they are. Contrasts really well with something like this that sort of just blends into the page. Texture. Whoop! Didn't quite lay that one down flat. There we go. That's better. Okay. Not bad, not bad. So when I set this up, I'm gonna need your help for a second. When I set this up originally, I did this one at Sticker Hangs, so I just lettered the M9, etc. These ones I stamped, and throughout the rest of the setup, somewhat consistently, we stamped, except for the occasional, I haven't done the routine spread this month. But everything was like stamped with an occasional little bit of other lettering. Do we stamp them? Or do I hand letter it? I've got the brush tip in the pen. So we could do a little, like, modern calligraphy moment. I'm gonna have a sip of tea. I'm gonna make a poll. Do we letter with, oops. Stamps or brush pen? Technically, the brush pen will be involved in both because I will color the stamps in with the brush pen. Brenda says hand letter. Oh, Shunya, if you can get one, yeah, I recommend it. It's so much fun. You can get cheap versions of the dot grid journals. Most stationery places have like at least one option these days, I feel. It's like pretty affordable. So you can try it out first and see if you like it. Oh, Jocelyn says both. That's true. There is a handwritten element in this washi. At this point, honestly, when I get into the weeklies, I kind of stop caring about consistency and just care that it functions. Gonna have some of my tea. I'm having Yorkshire tea today. It's my favorite. It's really nice. And I've got my I used to have this on my desk permanently when I had a desktop computer in here. This little like teacup warmer. Also, please enjoy my Back to the Future mug. It is my favorite. So it'll like keep your drink warm while ever it's resting on it. It's very useful. I forgot about it for a while because I got rid of the desktop computer because it wasn't powerful enough to edit video on. And so here we are. Brush pen is in the lead by a fair chunk, so I think maybe we'll go with that. But I'll leave the poll for a minute. We'll fill in this little gap here. I can't decide if I want to put some Yeah, consistency's sake. We'll put a little chunk of this in the gap. Kind of in the middle, and then we'll frame it in. And I want this to be fairly straight, so I'm actually just gonna cut it with my little craft knife. I mean, I placed it on the page a little wonky, but that's okay. Oh, aren't they the best, Crystal? They're so good. Let's have a look at what offcuts I've got here that could work. Like, oops. Maybe not the butterflies. Butterfly hater says no. I'm just gonna chop this so that it's a bit easier to wrangle. I've left the long strips on the edges there from when I cut out the door from inside. Like that could be quite pretty. What else have I got? More of the same. Another butterfly. Another column. That one I've cut off the... No, I like the little stars. Or still butterflies, but those ones are cuter because they're doing something. But no, I think I like the impact of this. Stick those down. Hi, Gabriella. Hi, Kim. Yeah, I wasn't about to peel it back up or anything. When it's a bit wonky like that, I'm like, ah, who's gonna care? It's my journal and I don't care, so... Well, that's cute. It's almost like, I mean, I put that a little wonky too. The edge of the tape is over here, not in line with things. That's fine. Don't matter. Yeah, it looks like a little stage curtain, proscenium arch situation. Wait, wonky. This one I actually apparently do care about lining up somewhat so that it fits with the top part. Here we go. Brackets, you know? Somewhat. It's not perfect. It's alright. Doesn't have to be. And then we could... The boxes are a little wide for this kind of thing to really work, and that's going to eat into my planning space, but I was like, we could add little frames to some of them along this kind of a vibe. Thoughts? It is beautiful, the script washi, isn't it? Anna makes the most gorgeous stuff. Anna from Journal Away. What do we think? Little frames or nah? Okay, I'm going to end the... Hi, Mommy Warden. That's such a fun name. I'm going to end the poll. Brush pens won, so we're going to hand letter, which is maybe going to compete a little bit if we do add these. Like, there's just not a lot of space, and which means that my space for planning would be significantly diminished. We could just put it in the notes one, because I almost never use that anyway when I set it up for myself. Or we just letter. Oh. I wonder if I should make this another poll. Should we make it another poll? Okay. To frame or not to frame? Except that I can't spell today. To frame or not to fray? Good job, Erin. Frame. No frame. Is anyone an Oran High School Host Club fan? Like, watched the live action back in the day? Because, no shadow. Yes, shadow. No, no, no shadow. That's what that made me think of. No frames. Frames. No frames. Make the frames into corner pieces by trimming them. That's a thought. Some of them really would lend themselves to that. Some of them less so. Like if you just chopped that there, it would be a little severe. But you could kind of make it swoosh out. That one's got a whole butterfly in the middle, so it would be getting a nice little dissection. Bisection, I suppose. Like, I like it in theory if I wasn't going to use the page, but yeah, I think I agree. And hey, the poll's saying no frames, so we're going to go no frames. All right, let's letter. I'm going to do the brush lettering first for like the name of the day, and then I'll come back. Oop, wrong one, wrong end. I'll come back and add the numbers after, because I will get confused if I don't do it that way, and I will number things wrong. So I'm gonna go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday notes, but I can imagine that it may feel more natural to some people to go Monday, Tuesday, Friday. What am I saying? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday notes. So let me know if you're a horizontal or a vertical oriented person. No judgment. As long as it works, it works. Hang on, I'm just gonna warm my fingers up a little bit for brush lettering reasons. Over my candle. I really did think I was just lighting it for fragrance purposes, but it's helping a lot. Wow, this music is very dramatic for brush lettering. We're just gonna do the first 3 letters because that's kind of all I've got room for. And if I speak while I do this, I will spell them wrong. So please enjoy some bardcore music. That one wasn't very good. Oh, we love a harmonic minor. Sunday notes. My cold fingers are really not helping me out here. They're not doing me any favors, but that's okay. It's only got to get me through a week. Okay, yeah, I think we made the right call. Not doing the frames from the 15th. Is that correct? Let me just go back to the calendar for a sec. Make sure that I'm doing the right thing. Ugh. 16. Yeah, good. Oh, this ink is the Tom Studio Damson, and it is so pretty. I got my channel members to vote on it for me when I wasn't sure which ink I should use to match this tape. And this is the one they picked, and they picked so beautifully because it's perfect. We said 16, right? Cool. Do we stamp this? Numbers won't take that long. Maybe we stamp this one. Oh, why didn't I put my tea back on my tea warmer? That was silly of me. Because my lettering of numbers is not very good. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 will start here. I'm going to put the 2 down so that I don't get confused. That I last used my stamps with the Tombow Fudenosuke, like the black one. So that's why that looks black. I didn't clean it first. That is all it is. It's okay. Once again, do we care? I don't think we do. We live for the chaos. 20. That'll be 21. Oh, Cami, a 28-hour-long video. Oh no. Can you, I mean, depending on the platform, I don't know how things like Twitch and stuff work, but can you just trim the end? 16. That's where we're starting. I have been using these in the mystery journal, so hence the black ink all over. 20. Okay. And with that, I believe our spread is complete. I haven't used any of this one on it, but I feel like that would be... I mean, we could put a little strip of it down the middle here, just to make sure that all the elements are there. I don't think that would interfere too much with like the overall look of the spread, but I also think it's fine like it is. We'll have a think about it. I can always add it later. Let's move on to not my... What's this called? Memory keeping. Just gonna... This one's got some like thick stuff under it, so it could be fun to do lines here. That could be a bit of a challenge. So what I was thinking was horizontal weeklies, which I really enjoy doing, with like a little decoration kind of alternating which side has the name of the day in it. But these are big, so maybe instead, if we, somewhat similarly to back here, we like chop off part of the page, not chop off, but like designate part of the page to pretty. I've got a bunch of doors left over, so if we make it the width of the door, strip of pretty down each side, and then the planning happens in the middle. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, hey Jess! Did you join when I was making what could be construed as a drug reference? Love it. Oh, thanks, Shunya. That's really sweet. Don't delete anyone else though, especially when Jess is in the chat. We need her. She's the educator. I just do the vibes. All right. So I'm thinking, I've put myself in an interesting position here because I was like, we'll save this and we'll use it for later, and we could use it here. But also, if I have to tear another one to make it symmetrical, we're using another one anyway, aren't we? So maybe that'll go in memory keeping, potentially. How wide do we need to make this? Jess, how's your winter going? It's like, is it cold? Cold, cold? Across the ditch? Cold, cold, cold. I'm gonna do 6 centimeters, but as dot grid. There we go. I'm gonna put my glue tape, which I'm not using because I'm not gluing anything, under here because we're very close to the end of the notebook. We're like, we're gonna run out of space soon, so, which is good because that's what I wanted. Just clip this bad boy down. Keep it flat. All right. So that's gonna be 1 and a bit again. Let's just go for it and see what happens. Oh, really? You got some like wild alternating weather. That's always fun. Just gonna get it a little bit closer to the edge of the page. Washi's usually a touch stretchy, so you can kind of manipulate it into what you want it to do. I did get a big bubble though. That I will not abide. Get back here, you. Oh, Wellington crew. Nice. Yeah, across the ditch is our... I mean, do you guys say that about us too? The New Zealand residents call us across the ditch? I think that's somewhat true. We call each other all sorts of things. We have a healthy, taking the piss kind of a rivalry. Don't even get them started on the Pavlova. And we won't get started on the flat white. Okay. Sip of tea. Well, Mummy Warden, I think Jess actually has a video about that. Excuse me while I spruik my friend. Great question. It depends on what you've been doing. The rivalry still don't mention the Pavlova. Hey, I believe, credit where it's due, I think the Pavlova is your creation. I'm also not that big a fan of Pavlova. I can't talk about New Zealand, I've never been. Alright, this is only going to be a little rippy. A little ripper, you might say. Yeah, well, Crowded House is definitely yours. Absolutely. I think it's unfair for us to claim that, considering it wouldn't be Crowded House without the Finn brothers. Fair enough. I love Crowded House. Big fan. We're gonna do a wonky. There we go. Wonky wonky. Now, do I just slap that down? Probably. That seems to be how I roll. Stick first, ask questions later. And then we'll just, oh, come back. We'll just chop the overlap. Which is not that bad, to be honest, but also I positioned it a little awkwardly. Just because it's on top of other tape and really easy to peel up, I'm gonna replace that. Replace. Yeah. Yeah, Crowded House is a band. They're wonderful. They're one of those bands that like you probably know some of their music and you don't know that it's them. Because that was definitely the case for me growing up. And like Miley Cyrus and Ariana Grande covered one of their songs somewhat recently, so you've probably heard Don't Dream It's Over if nothing else. Why do I know that? Did that even score it? I feel like that didn't do anything. Let's try again. Round 2? Yeah, that's better. Oh, I scored it a little too far over. Not to worry. She'll be right. How well is this going to peel up? Oh, like a dream. Excellent. Wow, I could not recommend enough journaling or journal decorating to a bardcore playlist. This is fun. It's very, very vibey. Makes you feel like you're on a side quest. Okay. What have I got from the ones that I chopped off already? That one's beautiful. That one has to go. And I like that one. That one's a lot. So we're probably only going to do two chunks of this. Oh, that must be the end of the roll. End of the loop. Yeah, a little something like that. Do I chop the top off this one and leave him at the butterfly? Or do I leave the squareness? That's pretty good. And for this one, I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe we bring some of this guy in down the bottom. I think this is best oriented as like a vertical, but I'm gonna do it horizontally anyway. Wow, my nails have been so sharp lately. I've been cutting washi tape with them when I try to smush it into the middle of the book. I feel like Wolverine. Oh, yeah. I am going to give this a little trim so that there's less PET that's not part of the sticker. Really roughly, because it's just clear. So I'm not going to fussy cut it or anything. I don't do that, let's be real. I don't fussy cut anything. Leave the butterfly so the arches match. I'm thinking the same. Otherwise it's a bit like, I'm square and my brother is not. I think this song's in 7/8, that's cool. Oh, now we're in 6. But I think it was 7 before. Wow, that's a tricky one. That's a little bit of a fussy cut. Something like that. Yeah. I'm going to move them a little higher than I was thinking because the pink at the bottom has added some visual weight down there. So we're going to like bump them up a touch. They both have a double line of dark blue. Do they? They do! Approximately there. And approximately there. That's going to cover the seam in the tapes really nicely. Nice. All right. Let's do those lines, Jess. Okay. I'm gonna, because I was only using, oh, the squeak. I was only using this one pen. I don't have like a second line highlight color for this or anything. I could add one. I could just do a gray or something, but I started this without it, so I'm going to finish it without it. Also, I would have to get up from my desk and I don't want to do that, so let's just roll with it. When you have the regular A5 dot grid like this, I have done these ones are like 8 dot grid spaces tall from the top of the page, and then it left a bit of a gap at the bottom, which I wanted for tape. The quirky tape, Quirky Cup Collective. I'm gonna put a line here even though it doesn't really, or do I? Or do I? I had some of those little stars left over, didn't I? On one of you. One of you have got stars somewhere. I think. Well, I've got like the diamonds here. I could fill the space with... Nah, I'm just gonna do the line. I've given myself quite limiting supplies to work with for this one, which is good. I think that helps me be minimal about things, which I needed at the beginning of well, no, when did I set this up? Mid-May? All right, once again, the $1 million question. Do we stamp or do we hand letter? We've got room to hand letter here for sure. We could even do the whole name of the day and go absolutely crazy. Let's drink some tea. Oh. I'm wonky in the frame, sorry. Bring it back down. We have the stamps out now, and I could give them like a very quick dirty clean by stamping them on some sticky notes. I got 2 letters straight out of the gate and I'm keen to get doing it, so I feel like maybe we'll just jump in and letter them because Sim says hand to. All right, we're gonna hand letter it. Yvonne says, okay, yep, we're doing it. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday notes. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday notes. This one I want to go this way, I think. So let's just roll with it. Not question us. Oh no. It's got some black on it from the stamps. Wow, that pink on a yellow really becomes red. Okay, that's better. This one's just got a little dark tail. Wow, I've got like pirate music going on here. I can't decide. Do I finish the word? I don't think I'm going to finish the word. My hands are much warmer now. Funny that. Oh yeah, it's cute. I like it. Very good. Sometimes you don't know until you get there. I really struggle getting my S's to be like on the angle of the rest of the word. I gotta lean them a bit more. Nice. And what did we get up to before? In case anybody's joined us later, I accidentally started setting up my memory keeping too early, like a spread too early. So we've got weekly, memories, weekly. It's fine. 23rd. I'm gonna try it with the brush this time, I think. Oh, thanks, pals. Oh, nice. Update your budget, Jess. That's awesome. You definitely can, Shona. You can do it. I believe in you. That's so exciting. I'm so excited for you. You're at the beginning of such a fun journey. Okay, 23. That's what we're doing, right? I'm second guessing myself. Here we go. They both look like noses. Why do they both look like noses? Anyway. I actually find this one, maybe with use, the brush tips get like a little more difficult. Maybe I'm just out of practice. I don't know. I've been doing a lot of chisel tip, like italic lately. The 26 looks okay. That one's all right. I just feel like my number 2 game is off today. That also could be misinterpreted. How does it feel to use more than one pen? It felt really good. Setting up the reading journal. What? That is not for this pen. What am I? Oh, I love that I'm just leaving knives exposed on my desk. It was mid-May that I like finished up the challenge, so I deliberately put off setting up my reading journal for like filling it in for May until after that because it was just going to be such a nightmare to do all of that again. But yeah, it felt really good. But at the same time, I have picked this up a bunch of times to use it again since I finished the challenge, so this setup notwithstanding, which I think speaks pretty well to the little Tom Studio pen. It was really funny seeing like the challenge really annoy people who weren't me. I know one of my channel members, Ella, was like, this is so frustrating. I was like, yeah, I can see that. Oh, Derry, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. My philosophy is it doesn't matter, but then I understand like it's harder for other people sometimes to just accept like an error on the page. I think it comes with time, really. I'm just gonna fix up some really manky edges here. Ooh. The number of times I cut off a bit of page when I'm trying to do that. So frequent. Oh, there's a peach hair stuck under that tape. All right. Does it need anything else or is it done? I struggle with this. I really do. With like being like, is it complete? Or is there more I want to do? Seriously, what happened to those little stars? Maybe I didn't ever have any. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it there, hey. I don't think it's necessary to have any more. This is annoying me a little gap at the bottom, but not enough to make me like change course. I think I'm just gonna live with it for a whole week. Woe is me. All right. I think that's it. I'm gonna go back to my little this page because this is now your home. You're gonna go right here. Be very comfortable together. Get that little bottom bit off. Whoops. All right. How good. Wow. That was swift and efficient. Where are we for our weeklies? Yeah, that's cute. Oh yeah, you're not a weekly. Nice. Oh, wow, that was really swift. You made it easy helping me make decisions. I appreciate that, pals. I could use the diamonds, but then I'd be cutting off so many more of the windows that I'm not going to use. And that, I mean, I have some here, but it's not enough kind of for all of it. I could put them through the middle. Do you know what we could do? This may or may not ruin it, but I'm going to do it anyway. It's just like a little almost like, wait, this is actually easy with the chisel tip. What am I trying to do here? Maybe I should just put the chisel tip in if I'm going to do this. Are they handy? Yeah, I do have one here and it's clean too. I washed it. So let's just commit. I'm going to take out the brush tip. I'm going to be terrible and put it straight back in here while it's still inked because who cares, right? Ah, it won't go in. There we go. I've now got 2 brush tips in that collection. We'll put the chisel tip in. Because that is actually going to make this better. But now we have to wait for the ink to come through. And I did ink this reservoir up like about a month ago, so it might take a minute. So while we wait, space them out vertically. Yeah, we could. Like, I lost him this way. Oh, too much cutting. I'm way too lazy for that, let's be real. I am fundamentally a lazy girl. But once we get this through, I think it'll be cool. It is starting to come through. I can see a little bit of pink there. Surprised I'm still using the pen. I actually do really like it. I just, like, this ink will stay in it for a couple of months probably, and then I will switch to something else. But I think having the broad nib option is really cool because you can't buy, like, I have a little set that I bought recently actually. Are they still on my desk? Yeah. It's like the Faber-Castell. Actually, they have, wait, it would be so funny if this is like the same color. And then I could have just used that. I think it's a bit more red though. Hard to tell on that paper. What if I just... Oh, I haven't done any little swatchies at the back of this journal. Anyway, it's really hard to find them in like a range of colors, the chisel tip markers. So I like that I can have a chisel tip with whatever color as long as I have it in an ink. We're getting there. These little like tilled shapes are what I'm thinking. And because we have a dot grid, we can try to space them out really evenly. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Oh, 13. Don't you love when it's the same? So I could put like, maths. I suppose I could do like 4. The way this works, you hold your chisel tip on like a 90-degree angle. 90? That's not what I meant to say. 45-degree angle. And then you just go up, down, up, and it makes that like a cute little shape. And you can do little pattern stuff with them. And I think it's kind of cute. So that's kind of what I'm thinking here. Something like that. So like a 2 dot grid space wide shape. We'll do a little line. My hand is falling off the cliff at the bottom of the page, which is annoying. What can I put under my hand? Another journal. Yeah, that's better. This one's going to cross the middle. That's going to be fun. And I feel like this is adding to the medieval manuscript kind of a vibe, right? Cute. I kind of like it, actually. Filled the space. Not too much going on. Pen control practice. Derry was onto it. It's an odd number start in the middle. I should have done that, but I'm all right with where it is. That's okay. It's done now. Cute. Alrighty. I think we're going to leave it there for today. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm going to refresh my cup of tea because it is now lukewarm. This thing only keeps it to a certain temperature. I think it's supposed to be for like warming up water for people who feel that their water has to be a particular warmth to be healthy. That is not me. I like my water cold. Oh, thanks, pals. I'm glad you like it. I like it too. That was really fun. You made it easier for me though. I love when you make decisions for me. It really helps. Excellent. Well, I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Oh, got you budgeting done just in time, Jess. You're on fire. You're lightning. Oh, Gabby, your tea's going to be so strong. Thanks for the company. You too, Jess. You too. Appreciate it. I'm going to go, I think, continue my cleaning tirade. While you have the motivation, you gotta use it, right? I don't get cleaning motivation all that often, so I'm going to start with this very room and hopefully expand out from there. I agree. It's always easier to make decisions for someone else. Oh, Jocelyn, that makes me so happy to hear. Lovely. Well, it is 1 p.m, so perhaps lunch first. That's my plan. Thanks, Alex. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, evening, afternoon, morning, time zone. All right, I'm going to push the button. Bye.